So, when you hear the word thermodynamics, what comes to mind? Probably dense textbooks, maybe some really complex equations, right? But what if I told you it's actually a simple, really powerful language for understanding energy and how it moves through literally everything in our world? Well, let's start learning that language right now.
It all starts with a question that sounds, well, huge, but has a surprisingly simple answer. What does your morning coffee have to do with the entire universe? And believe it or not, that hot cup of coffee holds the key to understanding the fundamental building blocks of thermodynamics. Let's see how.
Okay, so before we can connect that coffee to the cosmos, we've got to know what we're actually looking at. And in the language of thermodynamics, that always starts with defining our system.
A system is just the specific piece of the universe we decide to focus on. That's it. It could be an object, a substance, or really any collection of things we want to analyze. You can think of it as the main character in our little energy story.
So for us, in our example, the hot coffee itself, just the liquid, is our system. We're not focused on the mug or the room just yet. The coffee, that's the star of the show.
But if the coffee is our system, how do we separate it from everything else? Well, that brings us to our next big idea, the boundary.
The boundary is basically the line we draw. It's a surface. And this is cool. It can be a real physical thing, or sometimes it's just a line we imagine in our heads. But it's what encloses our system and separates it from the rest of the universe.
And for our coffee, this boundary is very, very real. It's the inner surface of the ceramic mug, and it's also the top surface of the coffee that's just exposed to the air. That's the line separating our system from, well, everything else.
So we have our system, the coffee, and we've drawn a boundary around it. So what about everything on the other side of that line? In thermodynamics, we have a simple name for that, the surroundings.
And the definition is just as straightforward as it sounds. The surroundings are quite literally everything else, the entire rest of the universe that is not our system.
Think about it with our coffee. The air in the room that's taking the heat, the mug itself that's holding the coffee, the table it's sitting on, and yeah, even your hands wrapped around it trying to get warm, all of that is part of the surroundings.
So now we have our three key pieces of the puzzle: the system, the boundary, and the surroundings. And when you put them all together, you get what thermodynamics calls the universe.
And here's the fundamental relationship. The universe, in this context, is simply the system plus its surroundings, combined. It's a really elegant, really simple way to define our entire field of play. Now, this is a super important point. When a thermodynamicist says the universe, they are not talking about galaxies and black holes. They mean a much smaller, more practical universe. Just the system and anything it might happen to interact with. It's a focused definition for a focused science.
So why do we bother drawing all these lines and defining all these terms? Because the real magic, the interesting stuff, it all happens right there at the boundary. This is where our system interacts with its surroundings.
And that interaction really just boils down to two things: matter and energy. Can physical stuff, matter, cross the boundary? And can energy, like heat, cross it? The answers to those questions are how we classify every single system you can possibly imagine.
Okay, let's go back to our coffee one more time. In an open cup, it's what we call an open system. It's exchanging energy, right? It's losing heat to the air, and it's exchanging matter as steam evaporates off the top. Now slap a lid on it, like a travel mug, it's now a closed system. Energy can still escape through the walls, but matter, the steam, can't. And that perfect ideal thermos that lets absolutely nothing in or out, that's what we call an isolated system.
So let's bring it all together. Quick recap. We have a system, that's the thing we're studying. We have a boundary that separates it from the surroundings, which is just everything else. But the system and surroundings together, and you've got the thermodynamic universe. And most importantly, what defines that system is whether matter and energy can cross its boundary.
And that brings us to one last thought. You, right now, listening to this, you are a thermodynamic system. So think about it for a second. What are you, a very complex, very open system, exchanging with your surroundings this very second? That's the language of energy. It's happening all around us and within us, all the time.